kids, welcome to Kids Kona. I'm Dolores and today is Monday. So we are having a Career Kona segment today. Right now we are down here at Kennedy Estate, but we're going to have a meeting with a friend of ours who's not only a lawyer, but he's also an author and an economist by profession. So come on, let's go. Now, kids, we are here with a friend of ours, and I'm going to let him introduce himself. He'll tell us his name and his occupation.
Hi, Dolores. Thank you. Kids, my name is Christopher Karaiye. I am a lawyer by profession. Before I became a lawyer, I was an economist. I worked as an economist at the Department of Treasury, and later I decided to take up law studies, and now I'm a lawyer. I worked as a lawyer for 4 years before I started my own law firm. My law firm's name is Morgan's Lawyers. I'm the principal. 2 other lawyers work under me, and we have other staff as well. Thank you.
All right, so our first question is, what does a lawyer do?
Well, lawyers, we assist clients with problems, legal problems. We assist them, sometimes we advise them and try to resolve those disputes amongst different people. But if we fail to resolve those matters out of court, then resolve them at court. And sometimes our clients are being sued by other people, and we go to court to defend them, or even at times, if our clients, we say that our clients have a genuine case, we file a case in court and serve it on the other side, and we argue in court.
Our next question is, what was it that inspired you to be a lawyer?
Good question. In fact, I was an economist before. I worked as an economist, and I worked under a Australian advisor. His name is Matthew Bishop. I worked under him, and at one time we did a NEC submission to open up the mobile market, and him and myself plus Treasury Secretary at the time, Simon Tosali, and the ICCC Commissioner, we put together an NEC submission to open up the mobile market, and we submitted that to NEC, and then later we drove up the Waigani Drive, and he asked me, Chris, what do you want to do? What sort of courses or studies you want to undertake in future? And I was thinking that he will assist me to get a scholarship and do masters in economics, because at the time I did honors and I was the economist at that time, so I thought that I should do masters. And I said I want to go and do masters, and if you can assist me to identify or even help me secure a scholarship with the Australian government. And he said, masters, what are you going to do? After masters, what sort of job are you trying to do? And I said, well, that's my interest. And this was his advice. If I were you, I would go and take you on. I said, why? Why are you telling me this? And he said, every time we are writing policies, we are looking for lawyers to assist us to make sure that the policy complies with law. So I said, constantly. That's it. That was the motivation, the inspiration I got. So that's how I took up law studies. During my studies at PNG, I also taught. I undertook law, and I also taught economics and banking and finance as a tutor. And then they wanted me to teach some courses too, so I was studying at the same time I was teaching.
How did it feel like for you to be studying and teaching at the same time?
Well, it was very challenging, to be honest with you. So how I did it was that I forgo all distractions, such as telling stories with friends and going around drinking, partying. I said no to all of this, and most of the time during the day, I timed myself, attend classes, and also attend classes to teach. So whenever there was a clash, I go and teach and ask student friends to get notes, and I copy from them.
What is the most exciting thing about your job?
Well, the exciting part is when you resolve an issue for the clients, when they first approach you. Let me take you back how they come. They come with their dissatisfaction mind, and also they have a mindset where the problem is bigger for them. So when they come and approach me and my other lawyers, they come and present their story. So I try and find a middle ground somewhere and write letters, and sometimes we invite both parties to come and to try to resolve the issue for them. But if that's the out-of-court settlement is not possible, then the next option is court. I love going to court too, but I prefer to serve the clients first, to make sure that they are satisfied with the kind of advice and resolution we propose for them to resolve the matter. So that's a very, when they are happy that their problems are solved, I feel I get my satisfaction from there. Not money. Money is secondary to me. For me, is the satisfaction I get from my job is when I know that the client is happy. That's it.
What are some challenges that you face every day being a lawyer? What are some challenges that you face?
The challenges are in regard to the matters that are in court. Sometimes, many times, clients are frustrated because the matters that are in court, sometimes they drag on. So we try to frustrate the matters, but some things are beyond our control, and the clients will expect you to frustrate all this, because the moment the cases are dragged on, for them, one is the cost factor. When the cases are dragged on, they spend a lot of money. Two is the pressure on resolving that issue. Sometimes the situation overwhelms them. They go through a lot of stress and pressure, so they try to offload that pressure onto you. Say that, look, this matter is supposed to be resolved, and what's happening? So that is a everyday challenge.
So what would you say would be some important skills that you had to learn in order for you to be a lawyer?
Good question. Every day I teach myself. Being a lawyer, wearing the name tag is not enough. To me, I learn every day. Meaning that I go to the internet and read up the cases that are decided. The research skill that I have has been built over time. So that's how my staff and also my lawyers, I try as much as possible to tell them that you have to learn yourselves. Because whatever we learn in school is not enough. For the kids, I see that there's much more to learn than what's been taught in the classroom. So you got to, if you want to grow, you have to teach yourself almost every day.
Okay, what are some life lessons that you'd like to share with us?
Thank you. That's my approach to life is that live simple. You don't need to think too sophisticated, because the moment you feel too sophisticated, you entangle yourself. That's the way I see. My advice to my clients and even my friends is, take life as it is. Don't think too hard. The moment you think too hard, you stress yourself. And when you stress yourself, you can't think properly. You can't think as an individual. And that's one. Number two is be authentic. Be yourself. I don't try to pretend to be somebody else. It's me. What you see me is who I am. I don't want to pretend and act like some other people when I'm not. I'm designed in my own unique way, and I just want to be that person.
What advice would you like to share with the kids who want to be lawyers in the future?
Well, good question. I never thought I would be a lawyer, as I said earlier, but it's the situation that made me to be a lawyer. All my dream was to be an economist, and which I am proud. I am happy that I am an economist as well. But for the kids, you have to have a aim in life, and most of them, I also mentor students and also kids, and tell them that you in life you have to have an aim. What do you want to be in future? And you have to work towards that. So first and foremost thing I see in most of the kids is that they fail to believe in themselves. And they see that what that person is doing is extraordinary, and they can't do it. I call it self-esteem. You just have to trust yourself. You have to believe in yourself that you'll be somebody. You'll be that person you want to be. The believing in yourself is the beginning of being the person you want to be. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't be that person you want to be. So my encouragement to the students and even the kids who were watching this show is that you have to believe in yourself and work every day to improve yourself.
It from us today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see each other same time and same place tomorrow. And also remember that Kids Kona is your Kona.